Hey, all you goth cool kids on the Goth Squad. It's Carol Baskin from Big Cat Rescue, and I am told that you guys are a bunch of alternative weirdos.
Je m'appelle Tori Barthélemy-Lewis, j'ai aujourd'hui 26 ans. Mes pronoms c'est they, them en anglais parce que du coup j'utilise pas tellement au français. Et je suis arrivée à Reykjavik en 2016.
Меня зовут Андрей Горявин, мне 31 год. Я переехал в Исландию в 2015 году. И that's it, I think.
Ég heiti Kristján, kallaði Krissi. Ég verð 31 árs í ár. Gengst við karlkyns fornöfnum, það hann. Og ég flutti til Reykjavíkur þegar ég var 24 ára, ef ég man rétt.
Ég heiti Katrín Reynisdóttir. Ég er 28 ára og ég flutti til Reykjavíkur á janúar 2015. Og fornöfnum mín eru hún, hennar.
My name is Mu, and I use the pronouns she, them. I moved to Iceland about 2 years ago. I'm from Denmark, and I am 28 years old.
My name is Elía. Use she, they pronouns. 23 years old, and moved here in 2020.
And so like I just want to know how you want to be filmed. Like, is it okay if we go a little close?
Yeah.
If we take some details after this kind of things?
No problem.
Just now. Are we like shooting now or are we?
Shades or no shades?
As you want.
Akka ég want.
Is it okay? Like, how do you want to be filmed? Is it fine if we zoom in a little bit? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah. All good. So you won't have the camera in your face.
Yeah, the camera itself is not the freaky point for me. The freaky point for me is just knowing that I'm recorded.
So no specific
No.
indications. Okay, beautiful.
Just make me look pretty.
Don't need a camera for that. You ready to start?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first question is just, could you please tell me why did you choose this location? Why is it special? What does it evoke to you? So it's special to me because it's a very big point of my early life and my now life. It was like at the beginning a very difficult part of my life because I was raised in a private Catholic school and no good times. But today I kind of like took it back and I get to sing in the church and it's the best fucking thing. So that's why I choose that.
Okay. Basically, it's just a neighborhood and one of the best places in the neighborhood, and we, with my family, we come here quite often because the swimming pool is near and it's every time nice to spend a sunny afternoon here.
Evokes to me just pleasant memories, this place. Many memories. I mean, I grew up here, so spent a lot of time playing pretend, as kids. It's very fantasy-like, if you're like 10 years old or something. I played an elf here many times and an orc. Then in later years, a lot of illicit things. So, yeah, just spend a lot of time here.
I used to come here a lot when I lived closer. I lived when I was studying in Háskóli Íslands. And it's a really beautiful place, and I've always been drawn to cemeteries because they're usually pretty and there's a certain calmness that's in here, and I've always been drawn to like weird things in life, and I just think it's beautiful that there is life in a place where there's a lot of death as well.
We're sitting in my living room right now, and I chose this location because this is where I signed my first contract deciding to move to Iceland, which is a big step. So it means a lot to me also because of my past. I've had a lot of issues with housing, been in between housing a lot. So knowing that I had my own place, yeah, that's very special to me.
Oh, it's my room, so it's a safe place, a safe space, and I make all my music here, and so it's comfortable and small.
What would make you feel sad as a kid?
Not being taken care of, I guess, and like hoping that someone would come if I was scared or stuff like that, but no one would come. It's just like trying to get some help, and people are just making fun of me if I'm being scared and not helping. So,
has it changed since?
Not necessarily with my family, but with my friends a lot.
Yes, probably a time when... Oh, it's hard to say. Not that I think of, to be honest. Maybe some, minor incidents with other kids, but like, to be sad, no.
Has it changed since?
No, I think I'm by definition a melancholic, so it is, there's a part of me that is every time sad.
Well, sad, maybe not, but I had a very strenuous relationship with my dad. That was tough. Every 2 weeks I would go there and not feel at home. That was tough.
Has it changed since?
I mean, a little. Still, there's work to be done, but we're grown-ups now, so we get along.
Being left out and just people being mean, I guess, and well, people and animals dying as well.
Has it changed since?
Not really. It's still pretty much the same as it was, yeah.
I remember my childhood as being pretty happy. I had some really good friends. I remember a lot of sadness when my grandmother died. That was a lot of grief. I think I was around 7. And that was a tough time for the family and for me. I was very close to her.
Has this changed since? Feeling of mostly happiness as a kid?
Oh, yeah. I was feeling awful from my teenage years. Like a happy kid, despair teenage time. Absolutely. Yeah, I was not doing well at all. Tried to run away from it all the time, hence my housing situations, not being able to stay in one place at a time. Yeah, that was pretty rough.
You know, I'm autistic, so.
Is there something specific or, that comes to your mind?
Animal cruelty. I was very into animals when I was a kid. Yeah.
Has it changed?
No, not really.
Is there something that you would like to say to your 10-year-old self?
I think I would tell myself that there is so much to do and in music and to learn, and I'd rather learn than be dead, so.
Dream on, keep on.
It's gonna get better. Believe it or not, you're the one who's gonna make it better.
Survive out of spite, if nothing else.
It will get better. You can be happy.
You're a girl.
How would you define the link between the goth or the alternative lifestyle and mental health?
I mean, I think in the scene we're all pretty disturbed in a way. It's a pretty common thing I see in my alternative friends and in the scene in general. And it's definitely a way of expression, that's absolutely for sure, and a way to connect with ourselves as well. I mean, and it's just beautiful as well. It's a way to find beauty and connection with others, and like a place where you belong to, or you feel like you belong to it.
I think it's every time nice to find someone who are the same, in the same way as you. We all tend to see people we like. And somehow it happened to me that I see that among Goth community, especially here in Iceland, people much more aware of each other weaknesses, and the community here is absolutely fantastic. I would say that it's more welcoming than any other community, at least what I feel. I could not consider myself full Goth, but among my friends, I see that people are more aware of each other's boundaries and respect them better than people in everyday's life.
I definitely think there's a link, just based on my experiences. Because like when I was starting to realize I had some issues, or even before I had some issues, when it started becoming issues, I started to lean more towards alternative lifestyles. The emo goth thing, and to me, it was kind of feeling like an outcast all the time, and then just kind of owning it. It's like taking control of not feeling welcome anywhere, and then creating your own space with like-minded people, I'd say.
Yeah, it's very intertwined. And I think people that have gone through stuff are more drawn to the weird and dark side of things. But it doesn't have to necessarily be like that. It's just from my own perspective. It has a very strong link, because I think also people that deal with mental illness and especially depression. It connects you to other like-minded people. And both the fashion and the music and everything connected to it, interests and stuff, it's all a representation of how you feel, and it's all about emotions and both celebrating life and death, I think.
Like, I don't want to speak for other people's experiences, but in my own experience, that's where I turned to when I was absolutely miserable. I had a feeling of not belonging anywhere, not being happy with the things that were supposed to make me happy. And it was a community of people that accepted the fact that you were different, and not just accepted it, but encouraged it. For me, I used it a lot as a shield. Like, if I have this big ass mohawk, people are gonna judge me for my mohawk and not for me, because I am vulnerable and I'm not ready for people to see me. So I'm gonna like put up this facade, don't let people in, don't let them see you, let them judge you on the things you want them to judge you on, right? So it was a full-on suit of armor. And as I grew and did a lot of therapy, and started to accept things about myself, I found this this place where it was no longer a costume, but a blending of personalities, ideals, and a true reflection of me. And that's beautiful. So
neurodivergent people are usually have anxiety or depression or something, and the alternative scene is a good way to express yourself better. And like most Goth people are neurodivergent in some way, and we experience the world way differently, so we want to express ourselves more like over the top than other people and like stand out. And I think that is to help with our anxiety and depression and stuff, because we're fitting in with other people.
In this scene, you have friends, we have friends. And how is the Goth squad important to you?
I feel like it's just like kind of different aspects of one being that's being like scattered through different people. So like what we need in ourselves, we can find it is in other people in the squad. So that's beautiful.
In the beginning, I felt a bit anxious if I'm fitting into a Goth community, because again, I'm not considering myself a part of a metal scene or Goth scene. But with the time, I understood that yes, it is. I am a part of this group, absolutely.
Just the last 2 years, having had this this group of people, has definitely saved me from myself. Just very recently started to climb out of a very, very bad mental and emotional state. And not that I went kicking, screaming, and crying to my friends for help. It was more just you guys were always there, like no matter what, right?
It's everything to me. It's all my closest friends, and I could not imagine life without any one of the people in the group.
Acceptance is not the same as understanding and encouragement. And I didn't find that until I came here, and all of my weirdness wasn't just abnormal, but great. Like, it was celebrated, not just accepted. And having a community of people that loves you for who you are truly is a new wonderful thing to me. And yeah, so it means a lot.
I mean, it's the first time I've ever been a part of a friend group, and like the closest I've ever been to anyone who's not my mom or something. and that makes me very happy.
Would you be able to tell me, if you have one, about a wound or an unhealed scar of yours?
Intense. Committing, attempting suicide. I was 13, very depressed since the very beginning. I didn't have many people to talk to. It was not going well at home. I have the very, very bad relationship with my mom, who was always sleeping, and my dad pretty much at work all the time and just emotionally unavailable. And I was not in a good relationship with my sister at the time. Kids were making fun of me and everything. And there was this day at school, I was like, okay, tonight is the time, I will die, it's fine. Okay. I went home, I waited for everyone to be asleep. I started taking all the meds of my mom and the alcohol, everything I could find, and I just shoved it in. And then I completely blacked out. And all I remember is waking up in my blood and puke, basically. And my sister had found me. My mom didn't say anything. My dad didn't say anything, nothing. And even if my sister found me, she didn't say anything either, because my mom lied to my sister by telling her I was sleepwalking and that everything was fine. And I just woke up from this very, very intense moment, and no one was there. And I had been in coma for a while, and no one checked up on me. So it put me even deeper in the no one cares for you, and no one will help you if something's happening. So I felt like I did make the right decision, but then at the same time I was kind of hoping someone would actually find me, and if I die to have someone who would feel something, but no one felt anything. So, or from what I felt. So yeah.
I think it's linked to the me moving here, and I was raised by my mother, and she was it wasn't her plan, according to her, that I'm gonna leave the country and she would stay alone. And I never really planned to leave country for long. I was just planning to stay several years abroad to see how life goes. But the more we see what's happening now, the more I understand that there is probably no way back. And this is some sort of a strange void. I couldn't call it really a trauma, but this weird relationship between, hopes of your parent who raised you and whom you respect a lot, and your inability to spend more time with them now. That's one of hard things.
That would be my relationship with my dad, as before. Mostly because it hasn't been dealt with yet. I internally haven't forgiven him, which I know I have to do. I wouldn't say it's a gaping wound, but it's definitely an open wound that I haven't closed up yet, for sure.
I would probably say it's different types of trauma that I still have to work on, and I'm working on, both to deal with sexual assault, but also abuse, both in mental and physical, and relationships. And as a kid in grade school, grunnskole, I was bullied very hard. I got death threats, and I was attacked both physically and mentally, and because of the way I looked and the music I listened to. So it makes me feel more like I love my culture more because of it, and because it's gotten me through a lot. But yeah, I'm still working on those things.
only thing that comes to mind is an event I still don't talk about. Because I'm still dealing with trauma from that. But, you know, I have trauma, and which is a big part of my anxiety too. Which is also how the Goths Squad has helped.
I have one last question. What would today's Tori say to their present selves?
Me telling me today to my present self, fucking keep going.
What would I say to myself?
I would probably say similar things to the 10-year-old me.
You're amazing.
There are some things I need to work on, but like it doesn't happen in a day. So like today what I can tell myself is just keep fucking going.
Do your best, no matter what.
You're doing great, man. You're doing great. Keep doing what you're doing.
Just keep going. It's very cliche, but like it's gonna get better.
I should just enjoy all the wonderful things I have right now.
Thank you.
It's done. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, that's it.
Great.
That's it. Oui. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah.